We will
be talking
about the
bar tools, and equipments.
Hi, this is Junellah Matreo. Today I will be sharing with you our top 10 bar tools essentials. Welcome back. So as we've been making this video of what the tools we will need to get our bar started. So whether you are a home bartender or a working bartender, I think you'll find something useful on this list. So let's get started.
Number 1. The jigger.
These are the cocktail jiggers. They are small hourglass-like devices made from stainless steel, used for measuring purposes in mixology. The standard jigger measures 1 ounce on either side and 2 ounces in the other. Jiggers come in different shapes and sizes. And I learned that you can get jiggers
That have markings on the inside, so if you have one that can measure different measurements, you will only need that one.
We have 2 styles here. Both are double jigger, so the cup are in both sides. This is a Japanese style jigger, which is really common in a lot of cocktail bars. What's really nice about it is the deep cup. When you pour it in your less likely to splash, it will over. And when it's full, you have less surface area on the top, so they're less likely to spill, which is really helpful. Also,
Because it is taller, you can kind of pour it in this cascading motion that is showy fun and it looks good.
but what I've been come to prefer it actually this double jigger for a number of reasons.
Actually, it's a very clearly each measurements of the inside, including a third of an ounce measurement.
Which is something that I've never seen on any other.
Also, it has a rubber grip, so with the repeated use it's easier on your fingertips, but more importantly, if your hands get wet or if the jigger itself get wet, you still have a solid hold.
I also prefer a shorter profile because a fast technique for building cocktails when you have multiple, and it's a nice ease.
I will take my finger and put it at the edge of the mixing glass or shaking tin, and it allows me to use that as a hinge.
So I can quickly fill and dump flip, and it's just fast, efficient, and just a drink get out in a timely manner, which is important to me. Also, it is the perfect size to fit across a shaking tin. So,
If you have syrups or purees, you can just set it on the top and get every last drop into the cocktail.
as opposed to just waiting and hovering over the cocktail, just a little technique thing that I learned.
Number 2. The shaker,
There are 2 main styles. You have the Cutler shaker,
which comes in 3 pieces, and a built-in ice strainer, and then you've got the Boston shaker.
which either comes with a 16-ounce pint glass or a cheater tin, which would like to be 10-ounce tin shaker. What I don't like about the Cutler shaker is the seal that is formed when you're shaking. It's so tight that it's difficult to open after shaking. I recommend the Boston shaker, specifically tin or tin as opposed to tin and a 16-ounce pint glass, because you risk breakage. There's no place for a broken glass behind the bar. It happens, but there's no place for it.
This is just a simple durable. The nice shaker that I recommend is a weighted shaker.
What I like about is that when it's sitting on the bar, it's less likely to tip over. You can build in the larger tin, therefore you can put the ice in the cheater tin.
Which, if you fill it right up to the top, is exactly the amount of ice you need to
Build
shake.
your cocktail, fill your shaker tin with ice, dump it on right top, give it a tap, and you've got a really good seal. Shake away. Once it's cool, it's gonna be an angle, so you want to push an angle away. It makes that pop. That's how you know it's free and you've shaken a cocktail. Well done.
Number 3. The Hawthorne strainer.
So there are 2 types of strainers when it comes to filtering of ice. You have the Hawthorne strainer and the julep strainer. The Hawthorne strainer is meant to go on the top of your shaker, your Boston shaker to be specific. And the julep strainer is meant to go on top of your mixing glass.
The open gate and the closed gate.
The Hawthorne strainer is designed to filter ice in 2 ways. Open gate will catch the larger ice cubes, and the closed gate will catch the smaller ice pieces. So we've got 2 Hawthorne strainers here. One is the AXA brand Hawthorne and the other is Cocktail Kingdom. And the main difference between the two are
The spring coils. The spring from the Cocktail Kingdom is really tightly wound.
and while pouring through a closed gate will catch even the smallest pieces of the ice without having the double stream. However, I do find pouring through the closed gate slows the pours significantly. The AXA brand, on the other hand, pours much faster. You have to double stream if you want to get all of the ice bits out.
But even so, pouring through the double stream pours in less than half the time of the Cocktail Kingdom's closed skin.
Also, I prefer the lighter weight, more compact design of the AXA brand, and the rubber pad for the finger is just more comfortable than the metal flap.
Number 4. The fine mesh.
The main purpose of the fine mesh strainer,
To filter off herbs and fruit after shaking.
you can also use it to filter off.
Fine bits of ice, or when you're juicing to get all the pulp, I prefer looking for a cone shape.
Because it helps with the flow of the liquid going into the glass.
Number 5. The mixing glass. It is its solid weight. It's weighted on the bottom, so if it doesn't tip over, it holds still when you're stirring, and the glass itself is little bit thicker.
Some of them can be thin and cracked, but this one is also seamless. Some of them will have a vertical seam on the inside and outside, but this is also one piece, which is really nice. Because when you're stirring, you don't hit that seam that gives you a clicking sound and that could be break up. Add air to the cocktail or just be annoying to listen to. So this makes for a nice, enjoyable stirring experience. Also, they are just pretty to look at. So they come in different edge
Crystal designs, so find one that works for you.
and you'll be proud that you have this behind your bar. You're gonna need a mixing glass.
Number 6. The spoon.
Spoon comes in different lengths. They range from 12-inch and up. Some bartenders use really long spoons. They claim that it makes stirring smoother. But I see no need to go beyond reason. This is a very useful in a number of ways. First of all, you can measure yours out.
Small amounts, so it holds anywhere from 8 of an ounce to 6 of an ounce.
Which is a roughly teaspoon.
And we use the back of the spoon to float liquor on the top of liquor.
On top of more liquor, this one right here is the Hoffman spoon. It has this flat teardrop shape.
Look for a spiral that is a little lower profile. It's just easier on your fingers. Number 7. The knife.
When it comes to prep and garnishing, you're gonna need a good knife. Your paring knife or utility knife work best because smaller size is just easier to control. You can get a straight.
Edge or serrated. I prefer the serrated edge. Again, just for control.
Whichever you choose, be sure you keep your knife sharp. The duller the blade, the more force you need to cut, and you increase the risk of injuring yourself. So keep your blade sharp. Also, as a rule of thumb, put your knives in the dishwasher. The heat will weaken the blade.
Number 8. The wine key.
All bottles are going to be twist-offs, and for those you're gonna need a wine key.
Most common in the industry is the double-hinge wine key, just because it takes less force to open the bottle.
I personally like the single hinge.
It's less moving parts and more solidity built. Also a lot of wine keys.
Comes with a little blade on the end that to cut off the foil, not necessary, but to do proper wine service. You would want to have that. When picking out your wine key, look at the corkscrew. You're gonna want at least 5 rings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The looser the rings, the less likely it's gonna grab the whole cork, and you can rip the cork when pulling it out.
Rules of thumb.
Number 9. The juicer.
Freshly squeezed citrus makes all difference, and unless you're going to be juicing large quantities, all you need is a simple hand squeeze juicer.
They do come in different sizes of citrus like oranges or grapefruit like the even bigger ones. Number 10. The muddler.
Some cocktails calls for fruit or spices herb or sugar to be muddled at the bottom. As an ingredient, for that you're gonna need a muddler. I like the smaller muddler.
For when it comes to muddling fruit, I like to model the fruit and not arrive.
They also come in different materials. This one is a stainless steel with rubber ends, and this is really nice because you're less likely to crack the glass when you're modeling.
Bonus, the bar rag.
This is something that I think most people would not put their essentials list. But every day when you step behind the bar, the number one thing you need to look for is the bar rag.
You get it lightly dampened and you have it neatly folded by your side at all times.
I don't care how tired you think you are, there will be spills and splash, and you're dealing with sugar, syrups, and liquors, so things can get sticky. You want to keep it clean. Clean bar, it's a happy bar.
An easy guide to beer glasses.
Goblet. Wide opening to analyze the flavor profile. This overall shape allows for a large head. Use for Belgian Alice, Dark Alice, German Box.
Snifter. The shape helps maintain and enhance the aromatics. The large bowl allows the heat from your hand transfer to the beer. Use for stout, triple, Scotch ales, tulip. The shape helps amplify the aromas of the beer. Use for Belgian ales, triple, fruit beer.
Pilsner. Long shapes highlights the color and the clarity. It also helps maintain carbonation. Used for Pilsner, lagers, wheat beers. Reason. Similar to Pilsner glass but has thinner walls. Large opening to accommodate a large head. Used for heavy Wiesen, wet ales, dunkel Wiesens.
Mug. The large handle is easy to hold and prevents your hand from warming the beer. The wide mouths allow you to drink the beer quickly. Used for Amber Red Alice, Dark Wet Alice, Amber Red Lagers.
Libby. The shape helps increase the rich flavor. The large bowl collects and concentrates the cider's aroma. Use for any hard cider. Flute. The shape prolongs carbonation. Use for lambic, sour ales, fruit beers.
Thank you!
For watching
From 3D3.